The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on. 419 The Grind.
She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, but she keep running back, right back. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, she keep running back, right back. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. I got trust issues, but I learned from my lessons. All my old exes thought that I was a menace, yeah. Took her serious, but then she cheated like a villain. She wanted bad, but I'm one in a million. Cause your love is stronger than a feeling, and it hurts just think about you leaving. I can't waste no more time. Gotta leave you in the past, now just move on, girl. I know what you like. I'm made up in your life to be there all the time. The timing isn't right, but what is up, just focus. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, but she keep running back, right back. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, she keep running back, right back. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. Go, go, go. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. Go, 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 go. Drop down, get your ego on. Say the way you hit the floor, get your ego going. You ain't worried about your past, only where you're going. But if you focus on the future, you gon' keep on growing. Oh, I can help you with your problems. I'm doing my thing, single with no baby mama. I'm living my life like there's no tomorrow. I know what you like, I got a shirt you can borrow. Let's go. Hold up, girl. I'm falling for the same thing, repeating these patterns like I'm going insane, man. Get to the bag, money is ag, count them racks, yeah. Looking at last, look at my past, get to the bag, yeah. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I gotta go, but she keep running back, right back. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack.
Bitch, that's all wrist. Shoes, red bottoms, bills, all crips. Pass the vaccine, niggas all sick. I hear them talk shit, show up and they all on dick. Too much fraud shit, can build a whole house. They shooting all bricks. All that pillow talk, and you done lost a bitch. I don't need a pick, now watch the sauce. That walking CEO, ET, high flow. Let's go. Just lift a finger, bitches like, ooh, watch it go. Pop Addy like a wheelie, smelling like a cash stimmy. If niggas say it's smoke, I'm sliding down the old gym. Now I ain't playing, bitch, really. Nah, 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 nah. A nigga too jiggy. Fuck $1 million, capping nowadays. All you preach about is money. Bitch, I'm stuck in my ways. Splashing that real paper, estimate just a shame. Cut from a different cloth, we cut the nets after game. Lost some friends and gained endeavors, no handouts, my own investors. Strip club, we bring umbrellas, happy places under pressure. With the dogs like I'm Cruella, money talk, I'm serving lectures. Change my name to Sasquatch, cause I'm a big stepper. Oh, swish. Bitch, that's all wrist. Shoes, red bottoms, bills all crips. Pass the vaccine, niggas all sick. I hear them talk shit, show up and they all on dick. Too much fraud shit, can build a whole house. They shooting all bricks. All that pillow talk, and you done lost a bitch. I don't need a pick, now watch the sauce strip. Done lost so many homies in the past year. That chillin' be humble shit, so last year pop my shit, bet I talk it. A nigga took a L, it was lessons never lost. Church. Never trust a soul, cause they ain't making twin coffin. Church. And don't believe a bitch to say that she don't do this stuff. Dennis happy, steady flossing, extra salty. Ooh, they lost. They just easing up behind us, wiping feet up, kissing off. Hey, who you think you is? Crunch time, little with the step back. This God's plan, fuck boys gotta accept that. All these gold links, they think I'm Cuban. Head on the swivel, every circle got a juice. On my shit and y'all can scoop it. MVP for most improvement. Draft night, how yo bitch choosing. Wade to James, how we upped it. It's a comeback if I'm losing. With the phones, came from Buicks. Montel Jordan, walk up in that bank and it's just how we do it. Hold on. Swish. Money. Bitch, that's all wrist. Shoes, red bottoms, bills all crips. Pass the vaccine, niggas all sick. I hear them talk shit, show up and they all on dick. Too much fraud shit, can build a whole house. They shooting all bricks. All that pillow talk, and you done lost a bitch. I don't need a pick, now watch the sauce strip. Say what you mean what you say, nigga.
Toledo, rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com.
Still in place, nigga. Double A.
Pay attention, don't give me tension. If she bad, a nigga might pay tuition. I'm a bad boy, word to Montana. Shoes, Jordan, no designer stepping. Young and flexing, living young and reckless. Raw cones full of that devil lettuce. Let a pussy nigga come and test us. Lay him out like he bed resting. Rap niggas ain't intimidating, but your style jacket, no name creations. Run the game like I'm Derrick Henry, no DJ, but I'm who they envy. Cooking niggas like I'm Ty Crane, but I fall in line like Soul Train. Bust a move before you get exposed. She a yellow bitch with the white toes. Sundress with the ass poking. Do that thing back in the slow motion. Pulled out and I came on her. Saluted that ass like a true soldier. I'm a boss, girl, I thought I told you. Nigga got range like you whip a rover. But I'm an Impala whipping, parking lot pimping, fresh ass nigga. Don't come around with all the loud talking before you leave with a lip at nigga. No funny business round here. Ay, we want the millions round here. Ay, better do as I say, yeah. Or you leave with no fade, yeah. I want the paper, yeah, I need that. Ay, I play fool, watch me eat that. Ay, put some grade, I'ma beat that. Ay, round two, gon' repeat that, yeah. Young nigga want the check. Better pay me my respect. I'm a rookie in the vet. I die for the set. Hey, not a league on a nigga chest. If she wanna fuck, she gotta pay the debt. Or she gotta fuck the homie Lee. Work the K, dot the dick, ain't free. Poppin' tags like I'm Jay-Z. This the blueprint to live like me. It was written like I'm Nasir. Respect the game, I know the crown is. You had my love, yeah, why you lose that? You broke my heart, yeah, you abused that. But it's cool, I ain't gon' get back. The best reaction is to not react. You fool me once, ain't no second chances. Multiple calls or text message. We just gon' go our separate ways. I love you too much on my lucky days. Yeah, baby, we was the power couple. Now a nigga just tired of you. Go away and don't come back. My life is great, you can't ruin that. Poppin' my shit till a nigga die. When I reach the heavens and when angels fly. When the gangster pass, does a thug cry? Real niggas don't die, they immortalized. Curry chicken with the right rice. We ain't playing fair or playing nice. Pussy boys better roll dice. You get one life, you better live it right. Love and respect, it don't have a price. Young nigga with a lot of vice. 24, wish for 50 more. When I go, make sure I'm fresh at my funeral. Ha. Hey. Woo. Hey. Hey. I'm fresher than you and you, little bitch. Hey. Ha. I'm fresher than you. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. I can't let you waste my time, cause I'm not just anybody.
No. Put the to the I just did a race. Oh, you see me doing better, now you're in my face. I'm on top of my shit, no, I was never late. With 100 on the dash, watch a nigga skip. Skirt. Say you got options, oh yeah, well I got options too. Say you were down for me, like I was down for you. Yeah. But I can't let you waste my time, oh no, I can't let you. I often wonder what happened to us, yeah. I often wonder what happened to trust, yeah. I gave you nothing but loyalty and love, yeah. But some way you went and fucked that up. And now you tryna hit my jack and get me back, oh no. Sorry to tell you, girl, but it don't work like that, oh no. Gave you my all and then you went and turned your back, oh no. Turned your back. How you expect for me to take you back? No, I can't play the fool again. No, I can't, no, I won't. All the time that I wasted, I try to put you on. I was riding for too long, wasn't getting shit in return. Don't worry about who I'm with, girl, none of that's your concern. And why you tripping off of shit that you had? Girl, why you tripping? Ain't worried about it, cause that shit's in the past, yeah. I know you hurting, baby, I know you hurt. So tell me now if you think it was worth it, yeah. Put the to the I just did a race. Oh, you see me doing better, now you're in my face. I'm on top of my shit, no, I was never late. With 100 on the dash, watch a nigga skip. Skirt. Say you got options, oh yeah, well I got options too. Say you were down for me, like I was down for you. Yeah. But I can't let you waste my time, oh no, I can't let you. Too many lies you told me, yeah. Too many times you showed me how you take me for granted, yeah. I don't understand it, and I gave everything. I knew you would never change, but fuck, it's time to boss her, yeah. Put my pride aside, talk that loss her, yeah. Wipe them tears from your eyes, girl, you lost her, yeah. And I don't feel bad for you, winning for the very thing that I had for you. My new team got her own shit, got her own crib, got her own car, she a bad bitch. And I knew I would find better than you, cause you put me through some shit I didn't deserve. And now I finally know my worth, and I'm doing so much better without you, yeah. Oh, I'm cashed out. Know you see a nigga coming through them bands now. I know you see me. Know you probably wish that I was still your man now. Yeah. You was my world, but I treat you like a fan now. Look how shit done panned out. Put the to the I just did a race. Oh, you see me doing better, now you're in my face. I'm on top of my shit, no, I was never late. With 100 on the dash, watch a nigga skip. Skirt. Say you got options, oh yeah, well I got options too. Say you were down for me, like I was down for you. Yeah. But I can't let you waste my time, oh no, I can't let you.
This is another 419 Grind exclusive.
I'll be up with me. I'll be.
It's a bar reach.
Cash. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. We ain't talking cash, don't talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Girl, you know these niggas can't fuck with me. Gon' drop that, gon' pop that. Make a nigga show you where the cash at. Got a chicken ass on my Snapchat. If the sex good, I'ma double back. No, I can't hit it if her ass flat. See it start to beat, bring it back. Niggas still hating, need to cut that. Hits at the hits, where your hits at? You a classy one. We're the nasty ones. Got a bag me one. Gotta have me one. Just caught drip. I'm too fresh for a pic. Really with the shits. Why you acting like this? Go and make a nigga trick. In the 3 with your bitch. I ain't gon' trip. She gon' make a nigga tip. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. We ain't talking cash, don't talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Girl, you know these niggas can't fuck with me. Fat ass, she a 10 in the face. When you got me dancing like a mace. Beat it up, young Cash Clay. Blue hundreds, I'ma throw it in your face. 2 shots, 4 shots, 5 shots, 6 shots. I just put some diamonds in her wristwatch. 2 red bones, make them lick lock. I just got that wet, drip dry. Bitches sick and ass like I mix a lot. Wet like Steph, got my jump shot. I told her off the rip, I'm the big shot. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. We ain't talking cash, don't talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Girl, you know these niggas can't fuck with me. Trippin' by the bitch, what you call that? Girl, do your thing, I'ma fall back. Shake something, baby, come talk that. Wanna make a hit, better call cash. Call cash. Wanna make a hit, come call cash. Call cash. Know these niggas, girl, they all cap. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. We ain't talking cash, don't talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Girl, you know these niggas can't fuck with me.
I was just sitting back reminiscing, man, you know what I'm saying, and vibing on how things used to be, you dig? Like when we was youngsters, you know what I'm saying, that old West End used to rock. St. Angeles jump, you know?
When children used to see the dance every day. I used to go to Toledo. When kids really used to go outside and play. I used to go to Toledo. When females used to carry themselves as women. I used to go to Toledo. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
Listen, I remember back in the day when I was a child, doing bad, mama used to take us to eat at Hot and Now. Very convenient, the food was good and plus it was cheap. Creeping off the block to go swimming at Willie's every week. Dirt courts in just about every backyard, hooping on crates. Sneaking jars out the house, trying to catch lightning bugs and snakes. The good old days when penny candy really used to cost a penny. Ice cream truck had ice cream on it, you could buy for 10 pennies. Pimping your bike out with chrome caps, reflectors, and mirrors. The hood used to be a village back when the neighbors cared. It was less snitching, more females carried themselves like women. I wish I could go back and visit, cause I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the dance every day.
I mean, it ain't got that same vibe it got no more in the streets, you know?
Used to go outside and play.
Yeah, okay. I feel where you going, CJ.
Used to carry themselves as
okay,
women.
man. It's your boy Bobcat, man. Just reminiscing, check this.
Where hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
I'm just reminiscing about the old days. And nah, I don't go far back as the OJs. Lane, look, I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. On Auburn up at Peach Rose is where you could find me. I was screaming crossroads for the love of the dough. 1600 until the world blow. When Indo and Joint Mob had a lock on the South. And Arden Coleman had you scared to come out of your house. Around the time when Magic Wand found out he was Clara. And Ray Stone was so fly, yeah, that was the era. Philly and Philly and all was reppin' for Out Hill. That Scott and Libby gang could damn near get a nigga killed. When Northtown was bumpin', Southwick was slumpin'. Follow the light, lightning rod had every club jumpin'. I give her arm, a leg, 2 shoulders, and a tooth. To see Toledo how it was in my youth. Man, I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the dance every day. I miss the old Toledo. When kids really used to go outside and play. I miss the old Toledo. When females used to carry themselves as women. I miss the old Toledo. Where hustlers used to chew their time without snitching.
Wake up, Toledo.
Wake your ass up.
Yeah, you're listening to the 419 Grinds Rise and Grind Morning Show.
It's Monday morning in Toledo, Ohio.
Monday. Glass City.
Yep.
Rise and grind, beautiful people.
Purse and stuff all
I'm
over the
sorry,
chair.
y'all.
That's
oh my
okay.
gosh,
Yeah.
I'm just everywhere.
Leah got big bags. Bag lady, you gonna get your love.
Seriously. I think every woman out there
Is a bag
can
lady,
relate
yeah.
to that bag lady thing because we can't go anywhere without a bunch of bags.
A purse never get too big, huh?
Right. Because then you outgrow the purse and then you have to have a whole nother bag. I have a whole nother bag with all my, okay, but you guys know what's so great? Since I have these bags here.
You got a purse for your purse.
No. No. This is my work bag. So
What you got in there?
a bunch of, okay, I'm going to show y'all what I got.
Hey, everybody. Leah brought us Chick-fil-A this morning. Thank you, Leah.
Good morning, everybody. You guys are welcome.
That is not why we were late.
No, it's not at all. But it was good.
I have my Deflame candle in here.
Oh. Just in case you need a little aroma.
I have Summer Mixtape 2 by Musically. Shout out to our boy Rob. He was had his video shoot yesterday. It was really dope. And
really
we all got a free mixtape. So I'm going to be playing that.
The temperature was not on our side yesterday.
I have my book that says Throw Around Kindness. Throw kindness around like confetti, okay? So be kind. That's the point of that. Okay.
That's all in your bag?
Yeah, but I got more in here. But okay, what's in here?
Poetry?
Is my rundown, my generic rundown for Real Table Talk Season 2.
Oh.
Because it's coming real soon.
Back.
It's going to be real juicy.
A lot of noise in my microphone.
But also, this is what I wanted to show y'all that I found yesterday. So I keep these books, right? Like over the years, I've been like, you know, I'm a journalist. That's what I do. I journal.
Composition books. Man. I used to love those books. My mother used to have them sitting around. She said,
I got it from my mom as well.
Yeah.
And this one was my finance book from 2016, right?
Balling, all that money.
I was actually like looking back. I was like, wow, I made some money that year. That's crazy. But anyway, I came across this. Hold on. I'm going to try to find it for
Apparently you lost it.
Yeah, it's in here though because I just seen it yesterday. And I promise you there's... Okay. So I came across this yesterday.
What is that, from 2016?
2016, which was 5 years ago.
Can I read that?
Short-term goals and long-term goals?
Yeah.
Finish resume tape. Gain an on-air position. Hey, wait a minute. It says gain minimum of 6 months on-air experience. Well, it's been about a year. So
check those off.
Yeah.
What else is on there?
Let's see. Long-term or short-term? Gained on-air position in the larger market, preferably Detroit, Chicago, LA, and Atlanta, New York. Gained on-air spot reporting position for a national brand, Fox, ABC, MTV, etc. Write a memoir about my story. Raise credit score to 800. Buy a home. Buy a new car. Hey, you did all these.
Not all of them.
What I'm saying is at the bottom,
Yeah, the short-term goals I've completed.
Wow.
It says on there, what did I put? I put, okay, so for my short-term goals, I put 1 to 2 years. So, and this was by age 35. So, because at this point, this was 5 years ago, so I was 33. So I said, that's crazy. You see how quickly 5 years can just...
Yep. No.
Like, it's crazy. So I said by the time I was 35, I wanted to have finished my resume tape, gained an on-air position, and gained 6 months of on-air experience. So I didn't do it by 35, but I did it now.
Yeah.
And long-term goals, I have till 45 because that was 8 to 10 years. So I have until 45 to get nationally recognized and be a national brand and write a memoir about my story. So I still got 7 more years for that. Okay, reduce monthly bills. I did that. These were short-term financial goals. Reduce monthly bills, declare and finish bankruptcy, start a rainy day savings funds. I did all 3 of those things.
Shut up.
And the bankruptcy wasn't necessarily a positive thing when I did it, but it has definitely helped me and allowed me to grow my credit since then.
Bankruptcy really ain't negative.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not bad.
Yeah,
really.
Some people would file bankruptcy more than others.
You can do it more than once?
Donald Trump has done it about 7 times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I've only done it once, and hopefully I don't have to do it again, but I've been, ever since I did it, I've been making it a point to be more financially aware of what I do and how much I spend, and I'm much more frugal with my money. That's why I don't buy designer. I don't buy expensive purses. I used to back when I had.
Well, who be buying it for you, Leah? Because you had some nice Armani shoes on the other day.
I bought those, but they were only $80 on sale.
Only.
It's not bad.
That's really not bad.
We pay $8 for sneakers.
I'll never. The only way you'll ever see me in like a pair of Balenciaga sneakers is if somebody buys them for me. I'm not gonna buy $800 shoes, But if someone buys them for me, or if someone asks me what I want, I'll buy it. I'll be like, hey,
Skechers make some nice.
$40.
They make some nice shoes that look like the Balenciaga.
So my long-term financial goals was to raise the credit score to 800, to buy a home and to buy a car. I bought the home, I bought the car already, and these were my long-term goals. I have till 40 to finish these. So I bought the home, bought the car, so I got to get the credit score.
And
that's the one thing I got to get up.
Your car will raise your credit score.
Yep.
Making those payments. Yep.
Yes.
The house too.
Yeah, the house too. Yeah.
So the point of all of this, of me sharing this with you all, is that it's very important to write down your goals. For the longest time, I went having all of these goals just in my head. For the longest time, I used to just be like, in my head, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I had to do, but I never wrote it down. And I used to hear people say all the time, like, you gotta write stuff down. You gotta write stuff down. And it really does make a difference when you write stuff down, because now you can go back and look. Like, you can. Okay, so another thing I had wrote in here was, I came across this article before that was 15 lessons your kids should know before the age of 13. So these are all. The first one is they should learn to cook. The second one is they should stay away from drugs. The third one is that they should practice empathy. 4, no always means no. 5, do not let failure define you. 6, you are not your job. 7, you can be whatever you want. 8, call your parents. 9, family is always first. 10, choose your friends wisely and be a leader. 11, never be a bully. 12, never be a victim. 13, always hug your parents. 14, technology won't make you happy. And 15, always try your best.
Wow.
So, yeah, these are lessons that I wrote down so that I could remember to teach my kids before they're 13.
How do you decipher not being a victim but not being a bully? Ain't that powerful?
It is. I mean,
I don't know.
To not be a victim is, I can kind of attest this because for a long time I was a victim.
Okay.
You allow your circumstances to, I didn't do this because of this, and especially, losing my daughter's father. Not ever that I wanted to be a victim or try to use that as an excuse, but when you go through something tragic like that at a young age, it really affects your whole life and completely turns you upside down. And so for a long time, I was a victim of that. I played a victim of that.
Do you feel like that situation bullied you? I can see it kind of bullying you, making you adjust a certain way, being a single parent now by yourself.
I mean, I guess so. I never really looked at it that way, but now that you say it,
and then she played the victim, like, this is why this is not happening because this happened.
And so that caused a lot of damage in my life for a long time.
We all do that, though.
And I had to learn to. I mean, that's something you never get over, and that's something you never, really come to terms with. But you can learn how to cope. You have to learn how to cope, you know, and like our girl said, Shanti, who did my reading, she was saying like, you have to learn how to let go. You gotta let go, you know, like as much as we don't want to let go of things and of people, you have to learn to let go sometimes. And you know,
it's hard to let go because in your mental, it make you feel like I really don't. It make you feel like you're feeling like you don't give a F.
Yeah, it make you feel like you. Yeah,
letting go.
You feel like if you let go, then I don't want to forget this person. I don't want. But letting go doesn't necessarily mean forgetting. It just means letting go. You know.
Absolutely.
So that was deep when she said that. You know, that was real because that's something that I've struggled with for the last 15 years. I've had a lot of guilt. I've had a lot of like, you know, I don't want to let him go because. You know,
I've been kind of dealing with that too. Like, is certain emotions real? Like, are certain feelings real?
Yeah.
Because feelings determine a lot of things that go on in your life. So are they real? Because sometimes you can get mad at somebody, you can be explosive at somebody, but then the next day you can be over that shit and it's like it never happened.
Yeah. But a lot of feelings aren't real because you perceive it wrong.
Right.
Like if somebody say something to you, or like you think about like, man, am I tripping, or was he like disrespecting me? And he probably wasn't disrespecting you at all. So
and then it's like stuff like, okay, I'm talking like this because I was watching Godfather Harlem all weekend, and you got Chin and Bumpy going at it, but then they come up with a plan where they can work together. Mm-hmm. So all these bad feelings they had have been brushed aside to come together for one cause, which is making money. So are the feelings real? Because I would still hate this one to a certain extent, but you know,
especially if you try to kill me,
right?
I mean, hey, trying to set my family up.
So that made me be concerned about feelings. I guess they only real as they're as real as you make them.
Yeah. And then too, I mean that's why people say all the time like it's not like it's how you handle things. It's like how you react. You know what I mean? Like because you really have control over any situation and over your feelings. So you have to learn how to respond and react in a way that's going to be cohesive for you.
Somebody posted something on Facebook, I think it was this morning or last night, that they got a text message from somebody. Like, do I respond and cuss this MFer out, or do I just ignore it and let it go? Mm-hmm. Because what they said was hurtful.
Right.
Like, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, and see, the way you respond to it lets you know if you're over certain people or if you're over certain things. Because I'll just give you an example. I mean, me and my son's father have went through a lot with our son, you know, ever since we decided to part ways and go separate ways. We've had some issues trying to figure out this co-parenting thing. And at one point in time, it used to really make me angry. And so we would just go at it because every time he would call, now I'm going off because of lack of. So now I got to a place finally where I just had to give it to God. And I just had to say, because I didn't want that bitterness and angry no more. Like, I don't want to be this bitter, angry person. You know what I mean? You're messing with my energy and my joy. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really pray on it hard and say, God, like, what do I do? Like, and he just said, just give it to me and let me handle it. So I said, okay, God, I'm going to give it to you. And I gave it to him. And I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem like I don't still get upset. You know, I still get upset. But you have to learn how to just let things go. And let God have it. And at this point, it's like I'm not gonna let anything upset or disturb my peace. So I have to you have to just let things be. You know what I mean? And let people be who they are. Let things be the way they are. And all you can control is yourself and your reaction.
Right. Yeah. My mom always told me it takes two people to tangle and somebody gotta shut up. So
that's right.
I tend to be the one to shut up because I might not say the right thing anyway.
And see, I'll be honest, I've tended to always be the one that never shut up. And so as I get older,
I was like that too in relationships. I just want to keep talking, to keep arguing. But I'm not the one to argue. But if I get upset, what'd you say?
I hate when I think of some good stuff after the argument. I'm like,
but I used to be the ones to say it. Like, even if the argument's over, I would go and say it because
it gotta come out.
I gotta get it off my chest.
Yeah.
But you know, as you grow and you learn and you mature, it's like it's not even about age though.
It's the maturity. You understand that whole saying of there's a reason why we only have one mouth and two ears.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I really get it now. Like, as much as I love to talk, and I still talk a lot, I know. But, you know, I know when to just fall back and listen sometimes.
I tell a lot of people, just because you got a mouth don't mean you got to talk.
Right.
I tell people, too, just because you're following, you don't mean you got to drop everything and answer.
Just because you got something to say don't mean you should say it.
Exactly. Exactly.
That was a good one.
Yes. Well, shout out to our sponsors: Hotbox, Mud City ENT, Essential Vibes, Land Self, The People Salesman, J. Rush Jennings, Sasha Denise, Witness Riches, The Social Butterfly, Kendall Harvey, and Hype Organization.
Yes.
And if you would like to become a sponsor of the #1 voted podcast, send your info to Rise and Grind at the419grind.com, and you could become a sponsor of our show. So I know we jumped straight into some conversation piece right there, but welcome into the #1 voted podcast, the Rising Grind Morning Show with Leah, Renee, Shae, K, Clyde, Green, and Jay.
Hey.
You got it better than I do. Look, I messed it up, and you had it. Thank you for having me.
Happy Monday.
Our girl Shae K is still out. She'll be back tomorrow, though, for all of you who are missing her. We're missing her, too.
She going to be black as that chair coming back from Dallas out of the beach.
It was raining the whole time. She said.
Oh, yeah. She's glowing. She got a nice little tan.
Yeah.
But, hey, shout out to our viewers.
Yeah,
today.
shout out to our viewers.
Lisa McKinney.
Let me
go
ahead and hit
she
our
said,
live.
awesome word. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Myron McKnight. Hey, Myron.
Good morning, Myron.
Shout
Shout out to Myron. He came out too.
You always supporting the
Yes, Myron. We love you, Myron.
Books in the streets.
Books in the streets.
And I promise you, the next time I see you, I'm not gonna be silly.
Good morning, Mama Riley.
Good morning, Mama Riley.
Terry Thomas.
Oh, your brother Jason is on the live. I want to say to Jason, thank you, Jason. I saw your comments after the show on Friday. You know, that was very emotional. So I didn't see everybody's comments while it was going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
But after the fact, I went back and I was looking at all the comments and stuff, and there was a lot of them, so I didn't, I couldn't respond, whatever, but I was just like, I wanted to say on air to everybody who did comment, and especially Jason, because he was like, oh, I want to hug her.
You and Jason are Aries.
Jason's an Aries, so
okay.
So he probably felt
Aries Nation, my Aries brother. Yeah, so no, I just want to say thank you to all of you who were all on the live, sending that love, through the live and sending your energy. I appreciate it, and it was definitely a powerful show on
Good morning, Danielle Richard.
Good morning, everybody.
Sasha
Denise was at the video shoot yesterday.
Robert Arnett, Musically too.
Yeah, our girl Sasha was there.
Hey, good morning to Cheryl Williams. She was at that.
Yes, good morning, Cheryl. Hey. Yeah, she was also out at the Books in the Streets event. She came out there and supported. Was taking pictures.
You gotta send me that picture, Miss Cheryl.
Good morning to Melissa Carmody. Melissa Carmody opened up a beauty salon.
We gotta get her in here, Melissa.
Her and her business partner.
Oh, somebody gave me a business.
She might be too shy.
No, Melissa, you can't be shy. We gotta get you in here, girl.
Where I put it?
What you got? Oh,
good morning, Danielle.
You all up in the camera.
Good morning, Rob.
I got the business card from the makeup artist.
Oh.
At Musically 2's video shoot yesterday. It may be in my bag, but she had a nice business card. It was like clear. Did you get one?
No, I didn't get one.
When she came.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of her name now, but I got a stack of business cards for her.
Rob's on here. He says her name is Nelline, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Nelline Crystal Arnett.
That's his sister.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She got some nice business cards.
Good morning, Bungalow.
Yeah. Good morning,
said,
Bungalow.
I am. Melissa said, I am shy.
Yes, girl. Well, you still got to come, girl. We need you. We need to know about this new business that you've started. That's your new baby.
Girl, you ain't got to be shy to me.
I was mad at her because I'm like, why didn't you book us to broadcast?
Right? We could have came for the grand opening.
You mad though?
She went to War with you. Did you? Melissa Carmody?
I got to see who that is.
Yeah, she graduated in 90 something. I don't want to give it away.
What?
She works at the
Kroger on.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was somebody else.
Target on.
We still need you, Melissa. Come on in, Melissa.
Yeah, she opened up. I think it's called Beauty and Harmony.
Oh, okay, I love that.
Beauty and Harmony by Melissa Carmody.
She said, "I'm sorry, y'all."
No, you got to come in, girl.
Don't be sorry.
Don't
be careful.
I'll show up to your business with a camera now.
Right, camera and the microphone. We do on the spot interviews.
We will pop up on you.
You said I'm not that old. Yes, you are. Oh no, you're not. Okay.
Oh no, Katrina Whitaker is the makeup artist. Sorry.
Oh, he was just tagging his sister in the thing.
Oh, who am I looking for?
Yes, Pretty Me Boutique. You on the way, girl?
You're up next.
You up next?
Shmyra.
She on the line. She said she on her way.
Shmyra.
She said, "Can't wait to come and network."
Oh.
Well, I hope you on your way, girl.
I hope the door unlocked.
Murky up there, no?
Murky in the building.
I guess we.
And Murky came.
And
to Books in the Streets. I love her for that. And shout out to our girl.
Venice.
Venice came and.
I thought she was coming up here today. Where is she?
She said we told her 8:30, huh?
Yeah, we did.
No, that was Tuesday.
Okay, my bad. I'm a next
Actually, that's next Tuesday, the 15th. She said, no, I'll come tomorrow. Okay, what's going on here?
Where's it?
Oh.
Who come tomorrow?
Wait a minute now.
Okay, well, shout out to our sponsors, Hotbox, Mud City ENT, Essential Vibes, Land Self, The People Salesman, J. Rush Jennings, Sasha Denise, Witness Riches, The Social Butterfly, Kendall Harvey, and Hype Organization. Listen, it's so weird not having Shae there with her ad-libs.
I don't know what to say right.
If you would like to become a sponsor of the #1 voted podcast, send your info to Rise and Grind at the419grind.com and you can become a sponsor of our show. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to figure these things out and we'll be right back.
Yes. So Shmyra supposed to be here tomorrow.
What's up, Toledo? My name is Jason White. I'm the CEO and founder of Witness Riches. And did you know that we offer the credit repair service? If you're trying to buy a house, get a new car, refinance bad debt, or just be prepared for whatever life may bring your way, you should consider hiring our credit repair program. Typically, within the first 3 to 6 months of working with us, our clients average a minimum 100-point credit score increase with each credit bureau. So if you can use gains like that, you should consider hiring our credit repair service. All you have to do is go to the 700clubtoledo.com to learn more about our credit repair program. And if it interests you, we're also going to give you the ability to start your first 30 days for just $19.99. So go to the 700clubtoledo.com, learn more about our program, and we look forward to serving you.
Guys, I'm attorney Dennis E. Sawan, and I'm going to be joining the 419 Grind crew on Rise and Grind Wednesdays from 8:30 to 9:30. We're going to be answering your general legal questions and talking about trending legal topics. Tune in wherever you get your podcasts to the 419 Grind podcast.
It's the vibe for me, it's your vibe for me. Do you see me out there vibing freely? I don't care, I'm a vibe anywhere. Take a drive or by fair, applying pressure cause I'm rare. It's the vibe for me, it's your vibe for me.
First experience going to a dealership, I had bad credit, and the salesman made me feel horrible. I don't ever want you to have that feeling nor that experience. I guess that's why for the past 9 years they call me the people salesman. Good credit or bad credit, it does not matter to me. No matter your situation, if there's a way to get what you want done, I promise you, I will do everything I can to find it. So please be sure to stop and see me today at your people salesman.
What's going on, everybody? This is Land Self is who I am.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And we are the Selfs, and here to present our show called Self-Explanatory.
Yes, it's our podcast presented by 419 Grind.
That name just has a ring to it. Self-Explanatory. I feel like we're about to be explaining a bunch of shit. This is true. I feel that's what it's about to be.
Well, I think we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about marriage, of course.
Okay.
We've been married, 2 years now, right?
2 years, we've been together for 8.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. It's a long time.
Y'all gonna ask what took so long.
What did take? You know what? We'll get there.
Self-explanatory.
We're going to talk about blended families.
Yeah.
Praying for your spouse. Gender roles. Living with family members. Cheating. Raising kids. Family upbringing. Being there for your spouse. Finances. Being a wife and a husband. Trying to be together and be individuals at the same time, which is one of the things.
It took a while.
It's taken a while, but it's the fun part. We're learning that.
That's what marriage is.
It's a process.
It's a life journey. It's not an overnight thing. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of days where I'm trying to be individual. I get on your nerves because of my individual ways. I can tell you one thing for damn sure though. Definitely get on my nerves. It'd be a lot. She definitely gets on my nerves, but I love her.
I get on your nerves?
Yes, it's possible. You do a lot. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong? Hey. I am Lance Self.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And this is the Self-Explanatory Podcast, presented by 419 Grind.
Listen on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard.
Valuable Shae's bars is until it's trending topic music time.
Murky here.
Spit that fire, son. So what's up, guys?
What you got?
I got bad news. I don't know if you guys want me to go first. I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news today.
I better start off with the bad news and end with it. So.
Okay, so let's start off with the bad news. Clarence Williams III has passed away. He's one of the original members of the original show, The Mod Squad. Well, the only black guy that was on that. And the Mod Squad was the two white, the dude and the girl, and then it's way too old for you. You're not gonna remember, but you might remember the new one when Omar Epps was in it.
What is it?
The Mod Squad.
No, I'm not.
The '60s. It was a '60s TV show, and Clarence Williams. He was a black dude in the crew. Mm-hmm. He also played. Bumpy Johnson in American Gangster with Denzel Washington in the beginning when he died.
Okay, yeah.
He was
okay,
in Tales from the Hood. Ooh, the shit!
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They smacked him upside his head and all
Didn't
that.
he play in that Tales from the Crypt movie?
Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the Hood.
The do.
Yeah, okay, I remember him, yeah.
He died and
oh, wow, he died?
Yeah, Friday.
Shut up.
Friday he passed away.
My goodness.
And also this weekend, Little Durk's older brother, OTF D-Thing, was 32 years old and he was shot and killed.
I've heard they say that name. He's a rapper too, right? OTF? Because I've heard that name all the time in the songs.
All kind of abbreviations and acronyms.
Oh, that's
But he
sad.
passed away, so you know.
Dang, was he murdered or?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Lil Durk can't catch a break. Like his whole little team,
they taking him out.
Man, that's that life though, and I don't know all the circumstances, but that was his older brother. And apparently he was shot in the head and died.
Gosh, that's tragic.
Yeah.
That is tragic.
That's very tragic. It's hip hop for you.
Yeah, well, while we're in hip hop, I spoke about Yo Gotti last week, how, he's doing big things with his label and he just partnered up with Interscope. Well, he's now getting some backlash because he put out a new video for his new song Drop with DaBaby. And apparently there are a lot of light-skinned girls and not enough dark-skinned girls in there for some people. So after the video came out, somebody, I guess Twitter kind of went crazy and a lot of people were on social media. One person said, quote, "I don't see no dark-skinned girls." And then it says in the story that dozens of women are seen twerking at the pool party. Meanwhile, there's additional scenes of feature dancers doing aerobic activities like working out and stretching in the background. And then another Twitter user said, quote, "I don't know why we get so up in arms about it. They've been doing this for a while, no matter the backlash. I'm gonna put my energy into being mad over something else." So he came out.
So what, the dark-skinned girls are getting mad?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So he came out.
I love y'all. I love chocolate. So
well, that's funny you should say that because that was his exact quote. Gotti responded quickly and said, quote, "What they talking about? I love chocolate too. We don't discriminate." But then somebody else said, "We're still searching for the chocolate in this clip," because I guess he posted a clip with when
caramel.
yeah, they're like, "Well, where's the chocolate?" Because we don't see it.
It's caramel, peanut butter, white chocolate,
vanilla.
I don't know. It's this whole colorism
Swirl.
thing is.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean,
like they get mad over the stupidest things to me.
Yeah,
like I don't understand.
Well, what's stupid to you might not be stupid to somebody else.
Yeah, very true.
That's the worst thing about it.
Very true.
He might not have been thinking.
What'd you say, Mark?
It's just a video.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Okay, so you do want the dark skinned girls to be exploited in the video then?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
Yes, they want to be exploited too. They said we should get exploited too.
All right, that's fine.
Well, where's the dark skinned girls who didn't make the cut for the video? Are they the ones complaining?
Right.
They should be.
Well, maybe they are the ones.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know, but you know he's
y'all would have been in my video.
So let me ask this question. I know it might be kind of weird, but funny. So when the white dudes make the video, right, and there's a lot of blonde girls and not enough brunettes, do the brunettes get mad about that, or like how does that work?
I wonder.
How does that work? Hey, where the brunettes at, huh? Where the blondes at?
Yeah, I don't know, but like Clyde said, I mean, what's unimportant to some people is important to others, and I mean, you know, colorism has been a big thing. It goes back so far, and it really does go back deep, especially for women, because of the whole just going back into slavery. You know, the light-skinned women got to be in the house; they got to get more privileges, and the dark-skinned women had to be outside. And
you know why though? You know why that happened?
Because the light-skinned ones were usually kids of the descendants of the,
and it wasn't always great for the house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They had to do some duties.
They were the ones in there getting
They had
to the bedroom.
They had to do nighttime duties.
You don't want to be in this house.
Right. You'd rather be out in the fields at night.
Right.
Trust me.
Be out in the field with your husband or your brother or somebody.
Try looking for your freedom because you're in the house.
But I don't know. I mean, you know, it is a very serious matter, and it is something that has been, I think that's been the biggest thing that has kept women so at odds with each other. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, women of color anyway, you know, like it's, and when I say women of color, I'm not just talking about black women, I'm talking about brown and black women, women of all, like of minority groups, because it's this, you know, there's, for some reason amongst us women, we just can't seem to get along. Like there's always this sort of cattiness or
even
some
if it's
sort of
the big girls versus the smaller girls. It's always something like, why ain't the big girls at the video?
I mean, we still debating dark skin on Viv or light skin on Viv.
So,
some people still debating dark skin on Viv and light skin on Viv on the Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah. I was like, what is he talking about? Right.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, even with that, like but that's the funny thing.
I like
even
both
with
of
that,
them. They bring both something different.
Even with that, they pitted the, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole sitcom that was meant to be positive for black people, and us as black people turned that into something negative. Oh well, what happened to the dark skinned Viv? And you know, it's crazy. But it just goes to show the damage that has been done to us as black people through slavery and through Jim Crow and through all of these things we've experienced in life that have brought us to this point in 2021. That's why. So it's just, I don't know.
Murky's not in the video.
She never is. I don't know if she thinks I bite or what.
I just sit where the chair was at.
Oh,
okay.
But yeah, so.
Wow. In other news, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos and his brother, and his brother Mark are actually bidding for a seat to go on the first civilian space travel.
Oh wow!
And it's going to be a 30-minute flight.
Is that what?
I didn't even know they were doing that.
Is that what Elon Musk?
I don't. The people was called like Blue Lagoon or something. I'm just going off my notes I wrote down. That's really strong.
I know Elon Musk was the owner of Tesla. Was
he might
planning
be
a
gone.
space? No, he's building a spaceship to go do space. And the guy who owns Virgin Mobile, what's his name?
Yeah, Virgin Mobile guy.
I think that's.
But anyway, right now it's 6,000 people bidding, and it's $2.8 million in bids for a 30-minute flight to the edge of Earth and space, where they can unbuckle their seatbelt for like 3 minutes and float. You know, get the gravity experience.
How much is the seat?
They bidding for him.
Wow.
So I think they got 2 seats left, and him and his brother are trying to bid for those seats.
I hope that spaceship don't blow up.
Right there at the atmosphere, huh?
Yeah.
He wasn't made to float for
I hope they got their affairs. I hope they got their affairs in order.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's a lot of rich people to go get burnt up.
Yeah.
And they ain't got their affairs in order.
Right. I'm sure they do, but I hope.
If they don't, I'm going to get my black sweatshirt out.
Your what?
Nothing. Move right along. Murky, how was your weekend?
Well, are we done with trending topics?
No, I'm just waiting for you to say something.
You know, Kim and Kanye have been in the headlines, you know, ever since they announced their divorce and their separation and stuff.
Is that divorce final after?
I'm not sure if it's final, but you know they've been doing their thing, not doing their thing, but they've been going through their situation and.
You can look at Kanye's shoes and tell. Those some ugly shoes he been putting out. He ain't feeling good.
They were never cute to me to begin with, but especially not for that price. Like I can't believe people are really paying that type of money for something that looks like that. But hey, to each its own. But either way, in a clip from Keeping Up with Kardashians, you know this is their final season.
Oh, okay.
And she's been spending a lot of time, obviously, with her family in the midst of her divorce.
What a way to go out, though. What a way to go out of your show in the final season.
Yeah. And so she basically broke down. Her and her family were on vacation at Lake Tahoe, and she broke down in front of her family, crying, and basically said that she feels like a failure. And
no, not Kim.
So it started off with her blasting some particular brand of cookies. I don't know what that was about or why she blasted them, but she blasted them for whatever reason. And then in the midst of her talking about them, she basically got real with herself and confessed that she's really in her emotions, and her emotions are really all over the place because of her marriage to Kanye West. And then it says, quote, Kim has been struggling privately behind camera about her relationship, and it's tough because she's clearly redirecting a lot of her frustration and sadness and anger, says her sister. That's what Chloe said. So
she really loved him, or
what she said in the clip was, quote, I think he deserves someone that can go support his every move, go follow him all over the place, and move to Wyoming. I can't do that. He should have a wife that supports his every move and travels with him and does everything, and I can't. I feel like a effing failure, that it's like a third effing marriage. Yeah, I feel like a effing loser, but I can't even think about that. Like, I want to be happy. And it just goes to show, though, like, you can have all the money in the world, you can have everything your heart desires, and you can still be, you know what I mean? Just,
but why can't she move to Wyoming and do the things that her husband wants her to do? Like, why can't she submit?
Because she has a whole life and a whole empire. She can't just.
She knew that when she got married.
But at the same time, I mean, she could. She is who she is. Like,
right.
she can go anywhere in the world and still be Kim Kardashian. So you're right. I mean, if you really wanted to make your marriage work,
you can hire staff to
family,
do what you do.
exactly, your family and your kids are supposed to be your first priority. Right. You supposed to move to Wyoming with your husband and follow him. And
the thing is that she didn't want to move to Wyoming. That's point blank. Like, she rather be living in California.
Wyoming,
and then you got to think too, because it's beyond every.
What's in Wyoming? Like, what's there?
I don't know. I think that's
Kanye probably about to buy that one.
No, he's building. He's built. I don't know if you've seen it. He's built a complex there already. It's pretty nice. Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Because ain't nothing out there for real. But
I mean, he's building it up though.
Yeah, developing it.
Okay, well, I'll move to Wyoming with you, Kanye.
Cheap land too.
Probably. That's probably why
Kanye,
yeah. Holla
at me. I got you. I'll come follow you wherever you.
She could have probably had her own town called Kardashianville or something in Wyoming.
She already has her own town. It's called Calabasas.
Right. Excuse me.
No, but seriously, just going back to what you said, like, you got to think her whole family is in LA. So it's like, her family. She's very close with her family. She's always been family oriented. Her kids are now probably growing up with their cousins. Like, everybody's close. You know what I mean?
They got frequent flyer miles. They got their own
jets.
To me, I would rather my kids be raised in Wyoming than to be raised in California.
I would too. I mean, and especially after everything she's been through in the limelight, you would think she would want to take a break and just take a break from all of that and just. Maybe that's what they both need. Maybe that'll be what'll save their marriage. Y'all need to go off the radar.
No more.
Maybe that's why he was saying, let's go to Wyoming.
Right, because he's trying to get her off the radar so we can just be us with our family. And she's not here for that.
It's nothing for Kanye to press a button and send a track anywhere across the world. So
that's what he's doing. And selling his shoes and whatever he's doing. See, that's just like he's been doing everything that he's been doing, but now from Wyoming. Nobody even knew that. Like she's like, why are you at Wyoming? Because he can be. Like, you know what I mean? She could have very well followed him and made her marriage work and made their family work if that was what she wanted. But, I don't know. You just never know. Because you don't know what people go through. You don't know what the situations are. But obviously she didn't want. I know they're financially
stable to do what they want to do.
For sure. So it comes down to either you want to fight for your marriage or you don't.
Exactly.
And obviously she didn't want to. So that's probably why she's saying she feels like a failure, though. You know what I mean? Because a lot of time we don't consciously make the decisions that we make. Sometimes we make decisions subconsciously. You know what I'm saying?
And like that was the only problem in their marriage, pretty much, of him being a little bipolar.
A little?
Oh, yeah.
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 But she knew that too going into
Yeah, and at the same time, like she ain't got, you know, you ain't mentally stable either. Like, girl, like y'all both need therapy. You need to go in therapy with them.
Right.
Shoot.
Well,
we all need therapy. We all need to get in therapy.
I wish I could get some therapy. Somebody sponsor me a therapy session so I can talk to somebody. Get it off my chest. Get it off my chest. Good luck with that, Kanye.
You know, you can go to Harbor to get therapy.
Is it free?
It's not free, but you have, like, you can, if you're
I like free stuff. Free make it all better.
I mean, well, yeah, technically it is free. Like,
free.
I went through Harbor to get therapy and get some help, and it was, I didn't have to pay anything.
Oh, okay.
So you can go through Harbor. There's the Zeph Center. I mean, you got Lima UMADAP. You got Lucas County LUMADAP. I mean, there's resources out there. If you, again, situation, I mean, we're not talking about Kim and Kanye's marriage anymore, but let's just talk about life in general. If you really want to fight for your mental health, if you want to fight for your relationship or marriage, if you want to fight for your financial freedom, if you want to fight for your brand or your dream, you are going to do whatever it is that you have to do to fight for that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Mark's like, okay.
Yeah, she like, whatever, girl.
Well, we got a guest here, Leah. So
all right. Well, shout out to our sponsors: Hotbox, Mud City ENT, Essential Vibes, Land Self, The People Salesman, J. Rush Jennings, Sasha Denise, Witness Riches, The Social Butterfly, Kendall Harvey, and the Hype Organization. And if you would like to become a sponsor of the #1 voted podcast, send your info to Rise and Grind at the419grind.com, and you can become a sponsor of our show. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're coming back with our first guest. Keep it locked.
I think she wanted him back too, Mama Riley.
She probably.
What's up, Toledo? My name is Jason White. I'm the CEO and founder of Witness Riches. And did you know that we offer the credit repair service? If you're trying to buy a house, get a new car, refinance bad debt, or just be prepared for whatever life may bring your way, you should consider hiring our credit repair program. Typically, within the first 3 to 6 months of working with us, our clients average a minimum 100-point credit score increase with each credit bureau. So if you can use gains like that, you should consider hiring our credit repair service. All you have to do is go to the 700clubtoledo.com to learn more about our credit repair program. And if it interests you, we're also going to give you the ability to start your first 30 days for just $19.99. So go to the 700clubtoledo.com, learn more about our program, and we look forward to serving you.
First experience going to a dealership, I had bad credit, and the salesman made me feel horrible. I don't ever want you to have that feeling nor that experience. I guess that's why for the past 9 years they call me the people salesman. Good credit or bad credit, it does not matter to me. No matter your situation, if there's a way to get what you want done, I promise you, I will do everything I can to find it. So please be sure to stop and see me today at your people salesman.
It's the vibe for me. It's your vibe for me. Do you see me out there vibing freely? I don't care, I'm a vibe anywhere. Take a drive or by fair. Apply your pressure cause I'm rare. It's the vibe for me. It's your vibe for me. I'll never be the same. Don't be my name. I'm broken. I'll never be the same. Don't be my name. I'm broken. I will never be the same. Don't be my name. I'm broken. I will never be the same. Don't be my name. I'm broken. I will never be the same. Don't be my name. I will never be the same. Don't be my name.
My first experience going to a dealership, I had bad credit, and the salesman made me feel horrible. I don't ever want you to have that feeling nor that experience. I guess that's why for the past 9 years they call me the people salesman. Good credit or bad credit, it does not matter to me. No matter your situation, if there's a way to get what you want done, I promise you, I will do everything I can to find it. So please be sure to stop and see me today at Your People Salesman.
It's the vibe for me. It's your vibe for me. Do you see me out there vibing freely? I don't care, I'm a vibe anywhere. Take a drive or by fair. Apply your pressure cause I'm rare. It's the vibe for me.
Ohio wanna rise, and you don't want no problem with us guys. Ohio wanna rise, yeah, look. Name a better duo, ain't no niggas you know. I came from the heavens, parked the car on Pluto. The Audemars Hublot, pockets fat as sumo. Women on me, you know, they wanna do the you know. I'm not the number 2, I'm the numero uno. When me and Fi together, the conflict is crucial. The diamonds is future. My cousin is shooter. Other one a scammer. Another one a booster. I like them dark, full of melanin. I'm a fix, she my medicine. Her ass shake like it's gelatin. The plug called, he bout the melanin. Your man called, he bout to tell again. They got him preaching like the Reverend now. This local shit is irrelevant.
Right now and press rewind. Things replay in my mind about 1,000 times. Every red flag you show me is flying high. You got the wrong one. I'm so messed up in my head I can't be sure. You might say insecure, I say trust issues. Now I'm moving different, say I'm acting new. You got the wrong one. You got me, and I can't help but wonder where would I be if I treated you different from the start and held on to the mystery of my love. You got the wrong one. If ignorance is bliss, then I'm naive. Cause everything you tell me I believe. You know just what to say to get to me. You've got the wrong one. I blind myself with passion cause I got faith. We blame it on perception just to be safe. But that's a misconception, you're taking advantage and you've got the wrong one. You got me, and I can't help but wonder where would I be if I treated you different from the start and held on to the mystery of my love. You got the wrong one. I've dreamed of love with ups and downs, but not like this.
some niggas don't make it. And if they do, they get the pump faking. Shit is crazy in these city limits. Just tryna live it. You get it out the mud, nigga. I said get it out the mud, nigga. Get the fuck up out the mud, nigga. This goes out to all the mud niggas. Get it out the mud, nigga. Get about the worldwide. Get it out the mud, nigga.
Formulating my plots, praying for top. I married this game, gave her all that I got. Shitty's versus a rock. The city, the block, the boy done came up. Niggas see me with my name up, switched the name up. Just been keeping it real, I never changed up. And yeah, I'm back for this game, bruh. Heard I'm Toledo's Hall of Fame, bruh. Just say my name, bruh. It ring bells through my whole metropolitan. I heard I'm a local legend. See me, nigga, acknowledge it. Started reppin' Boom Click, now that's a cult following. Girls give me brain, I give them game, they swallow it. So much knowledge, equivalent to a scholarship. And ain't no shame, but bad bitch should be proud of it. Heard that you been running your city, need to get out of it. Need to expand and move it like it's grams. Emerge from that mud like when God made man. Nigga deep. My disciples never spiteful, they loyal and understand. Big houses and fly spouses, the promised land.
I'm from a place where niggas don't make it. And if they do, they get the pump faking. Shit is crazy in these city limits. Just tryna live it. You get it out the mud, nigga. I said get it out the mud, nigga. Get the fuck up out the mud, nigga. I said get it out the, get up out the, get it out the mud, nigga.
Now baby girl, just settle down, you all mine. Told him I'll think about it, cause right now it's my time. It's my time, listen. My shit, it be so cavalier. I'll be the whisper in your ear. So let me make this crystal clear. Ain't nothing in this world I fear.
419 The Grind.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to the #1 voted podcast, the Rise and Grind Morning Show with Leah, Renee, Shae, K, Clyde, Green, and Jay. Our girl Shae is out for one more day, but we're here and we got our new guests in the building.
I got your seat, Shae.
It's my girl Eunique in the building, and her sister Jazz is with her, and they are Little Diva's Boutique. And who do we got here? This little diva, okay. We got the Little Diva, okay.
The Diva.
Kaden.
Okay, how you doing today?
Kaden, what's going on, girl?
Say hi.
All right. Kaden, okay. Say hi.
Talk to us. Kaden ain't here for it. She is not here for it today.
She opened up as we open up.
All right, so Eunique, introduce yourself. Tell the listeners and the viewers who you are.
So I am Eunique Johnson with Little Divas Boutique. We were started because of her. Became a grandmother.
Y'all take care of the babies. Huh?
Wanted something to leave.
Yes.
I love to shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just for little divas, just for little girls?
It's just for little girls.
The age group?
0 to 3, all the way up to a size 14. Because I have an 11-year-old too.
Okay, and that's when they start growing, so you cut them off there. Hey, why we try to find you no clothes?
Right.
Go to the adult store now.
It's actually harder to find the older sizes with the vendors.
Okay,
and I'm very funny about the vendors that I choose and the quality and all of that with the clothes. So I'm not gonna purchase anything that I won't put on them.
Right.
That's what's up.
So what year was that when you got it started?
Last year.
Oh, last year. Yeah, so
we
crazy.
Just made a year.
That I didn't even realize it's only been a year because when I did the first pop-up shop with you guys, so you guys had just got started?
We just had got started.
I thought then
I opened up
when we did that first pop-up shop, I thought at that point y'all had been open for a minute.
No.
Like the way you guys were with your marketing and your pop-ups and everything, like I thought y'all had been going for a while.
No, we did the pop-up in August. We started in March.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
We started in March.
Yeah, and so it's personal for us because first of all, I've known Eunique for a long time. We're like family. So it's when I saw that she was doing the pop-up shop, I had reached out to her. It was crazy because I was seeing the poster go around and I didn't know it was you at first, and I just seen this poster going around for this pop-up shop, and I inboxed someone and I was like, I want to come do like a live broadcast from there, and I was like, is that okay? And she was like, yeah, like I would love, yeah, come on.
Sure,
So then she ended up telling me that it's really unique and we're all working together or whatever, however it was, and she said that she was the one that kind of had organized it all, and so I reached out to her, and then she was like, yeah, like come on, and we all ended up going that day, and it was so fun. Like that was the first one we ever did, first live broadcast we ever did, and it was so fun. I had so much. That's when I knew. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I had so much fun, and now I'm building a whole brand behind it. So it's like that's how it goes. The COVID, it was a blessing and a curse, and really it was a matter of like you had to get in your bag. You had to go in, first of all, go into the prayer closet and talk to God and figure out, God, what do you want me to be doing right now? And then if you were smart enough to really sit and listen and follow his direction, I think he led.
That's exactly how I started. Mm-hmm. That's exactly how I started. Our mother passed at 41. So
I'm sorry.
When my 42nd birthday, I said, I done did everything that you could think of.
Yeah.
Why not give my life back to the person who created me?
Okay. Amen.
And so, like, I was sitting there and I'm just like, Lord, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, what you want me to do? And it came. And it was just like, I called my sister. I was like, I need a logo. I told my daughters, I'm about to open up a boutique, Little Divas. Because I always called her my grand diva.
And she's the first one?
This is the first one.
Oh, that's a little picture on the shirt too, huh?
So.
Just was trying to see your shirt. Just was trying to see your shirt. Oh, you don't even want to help support the business. How y'all gonna keep making the money?
She ain't messing with you.
I went from there. We went from there. She did my whole website.
You did?
She did my whole website. She created the logo.
Wow.
All
that's
of that.
Amazing.
So from there, it was just like, let's go.
Now, okay, introduce the listeners. Introduce yourself to the listeners. Hot box. Did you say hot box? Introduce yourself to the listeners and the viewers, and then tell us, like, how did you get into graphic design and website development?
Jazz. My business is called Woo Graphics.
Woo Graphics? I love it. Okay.
Graphic design, it kind of just came natural to me. It's like I always liked computers growing up. Like I was the kid. With
Were you always drawing like before you started really working?
I don't know how to
Oh,
draw.
okay.
I do not know how to draw.
Okay.
The computer draw.
Yeah, right.
I let the computer. I could trace.
Yeah,
I could trace
sure.
real good, but I do not know how to draw. So it's like all computers. I know how to do everything with a computer.
Yeah.
I can take it apart, put it together.
Oh, wow.
It was like, this is,
that's
for
me. Yeah.
And our mother had multiple sclerosis.
Wow.
And so she used to do t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
As a exercise.
Wow.
For her hands.
Wow.
So she would paint the pictures on the shirt and like graphic with paint.
She actually would paint.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so she only did it
Wow.
really for family. And then people started seeing it and was like, hey, I want to purchase that.
Right. It became in demand.
So my grandfather took interest, and we actually have a building. It used to be Creative Logos.
Wow.
My grandfather and my grandmother my mom was one of the first to put silk screens and things on t-shirts here in Toledo, black owned.
Wow.
So now our generation is coming up. And we're in the process right now of actually redoing the building, and we will be going in the building.
Oh, that's amazing.
It would be Little Divas featuring Whoop graphics.
Talk about generational wealth. I mean, started with your parent, your mom, and your grandfather, and now it's just leading down, and now you're gonna pass it down. That's what it's all about: creating that generational wealth and creating a legacy for our kids and their kids.
Do you use any of your mom's designs for the clothes y'all do now?
Like vintage type
styles? No, but I still do have them.
Like her t-shirt,
like I still have the shirts that she did.
Wow.
We still have the shirts. I still have a cup that she
collector's
made.
moments,
Yeah. And our mother has been deceased for almost 21 years.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing that you guys have been able, you ladies have been able to carry this on and keep it going and say, I'm not gonna let this die. Like, I'm gonna carry on my mother's legacy.
She's actually. It's been in her since she was little. Like, literally, you can call her on the phone and say, hey, I just purchased this. I need you to set it up. And she can set it up over the phone. Like, do this.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need your number.
So
put the blue wire with the yellow wire.
My best friend was here, like, not too long ago, and she was telling y'all about me, too.
Nikki?
Yeah.
Nikki King?
No, Nikki
Massey.
Yeah,
Nikki Massey. Oh, okay, yeah.
Right there, the
that's our
body
girl
butter?
too. Yep.
Body butter. You made that too?
Yeah.
She made her
logo.
No, I
thought you had the recipe. Okay.
He was like, I thought she had a recipe.
Yeah, she do all of that.
Yeah, oh, that's dope. That's dope.
That's what's up.
So now you guys have teamed together and you are and that's an amazing thing because it is expensive, for graphics and logos and websites and all that sort of thing. So then have it, right in-house and not have to, outsource.
Yeah, and when I get people who like, oh, who did your website or who did your shirts? And I'm like, my sister.
Right.
Throwing them over there. And then when she got people who I need the little girl outfit, she pushing them our way. So.
And do you design just different logos for the little girls' clothes? Do you just sit around and make stuff up like?
No, I'm waiting for her to
give you the green light kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You like, Princess, I got this, and she's like, nah, we're not gonna put that.
So we are in the process of trying to do our own little signature little shirts.
Copyright look.
But just don't really know what I want to do yet.
Yeah.
Cause you don't really want to put Diva's boutique on somebody's shirt.
Right, so you want to think of like a creative logo like a universal that everybody wouldn't mind wearing.
Yeah, that everybody wouldn't mind wearing.
I get it.
That's where I'm at right now. But I mean, we've been doing we did a fashion show. I did my first fashion show.
When was the fashion show?
We did the fashion show Mother's Day.
Oh, okay.
I did a fashion show / pop-up / book signing.
Where was that
at? Over the top occasions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You got a book too?
Yeah.
She came in. We had her in here.
That was last August.
Yep.
September.
Before my time.
Yeah, that was before my book was published.
Oh, okay. Right.
I was in the process
I
of
could have sworn we had you on here after that. No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to get you on here
baby.
To talk about that book for sure.
She was real sleep.
So, what is the name of the book again? I have one. It's at home. But tell the listeners and viewers the name of the book.
It's My Unique Journey.
Yes, I love that. And where can they find it?
I actually,
in her purse.
It's a bag.
Oh, bag.
I got one for
See,
each
that's
of
what I'm
y'all.
thinking because I ordered it and it came to my house. That's why I was thinking like we did have you on the show. You brought your book, but no, I ordered it.
I designed it for y'all.
Okay, they got a roller coaster. Oh, the road is a roller coaster.
I love that.
On the side of a mountain. Oh yeah, that's a hell of a journey.
Ain't it?
Speed bumps.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Still.
Look at this. We got speed bumps.
You don't never judge a book by its
on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, on a roller coaster.
This part ain't got no rail. Oh my God.
That's a hell of a journey.
It's been one hell of a
Look like
journey.
my ride too.
Right. We all know about that ride.
It look like when the microphone cut off.
Right.
Here I go.
Wow.
So how was the pop-up shop yesterday? I like I said, I had tried to stop down there and I didn't realize it was indoors. So I should have just got out of the car and like walked around and tried to go inside and see, but I was assuming it would be outdoors. But how did that turn out?
It was actually nice. It was
that
my
was,
first time
Detroit
doing
collaborating.
it with Detroit.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was my first time doing one with Detroit vendors, and it was actually, I would say it was more women than men, but like we rocked it.
Yes.
It was a packed house.
I love it.
Good music,
I wish
good
I
company.
would have found it. Cause I did. I came down there. I had my little business cards ready and everything, and I was
So now
like,
they got
"Where's
the
it at?"
Detroit version with us coming out.
Yeah, it was Mud
Yeah,
versus
it's called
Motor.
Mud versus Motor, and it was the second one. They've done one before, and I think they come in.
Why it gotta be versus? But why can't this be Mud and?
Right.
Why do I gotta be up against each other?
Because at the end of the day, like let's all be real. Competition, it's nothing wrong with a little bit of friendly competition. That makes it fun, right? I mean, you know,
some people take the competition.
we've always had this kind of thing with Detroit, just like even with BG. I mean, UT. If you went to UT, you know, if you're a Rocket, you know all about the UT BG thing. Scott and Libby, you know about the Scott and Libby thing. So you know, it's like it's friendly competition. I think everybody, you know.
Yeah, we got everybody. We all got along and network and
that's
spin
dope.
with each other.
Yeah, so, I love it.
It was really nice. We're actually in another one coming up the 27th of June in Columbus.
Oh,
that was
awesome.
the first one in Columbus.
Oh, wow.
We've been in Cleveland. We went to one in Cleveland in February where she did a
little
modeling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what she so exhausted.
Right. That's a working woman right there.
I didn't know I was going to be famous today.
Right.
Y'all said we was going for ice cream.
So that one's on June 27th in Columbus. Yeah. And if people would like to go down there and or like, is it still open?
I don't even have all the information yet. My brother lives in Columbus. Our little brother lives in Columbus. He actually has his own business also.
Oh, wow.
K&J Family Apparel.
Oh, awesome.
And he was like, sis, we got a pop-up shop coming. You trying to be in it? I'm like, shoot.
Heck yeah.
What street is up on in Columbia? K&J. I heard this store down there.
He don't have a storefront yet.
You don't?
No, he just starting.
You sell like men's and little boys.
Men's and little boys, like stuff.
Father and me.
But
Oh,
we're in the sipping shop that's on June the 26th here.
Okay.
Sipping shop.
Yeah.
Where is that going to be at?
Over the top occasions.
Okay. Awesome.
And that's the one on Door. Is that the one on Door?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's Owens, Miss Alicia Owens. Is that her?
Yeah.
Alicia Owens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. De'Ara is she's hosting that one.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Awesome.
You have to come collect some business cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like going to the pop-up shop collecting business cards.
I actually like the younger entrepreneurs. I like they drive.
Yeah.
I like they go.
They got a passion.
They got it.
They do.
They got
do.
it. I love to see them. I'm always, when I'm hosting a pop-up and it's mine, I always like to give someone a spot that's a younger entrepreneur or say if they like, I don't got it right now, can you hold me? No problem.
Remember when you was that radical and that passionate about what you was doing? So it makes you want to give back.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when you see they got that drive. Even the artists that come in here and deal with us or come up when they ain't got nothing to do, come and want to work or do something. And we're like, well, come on, we'll find something to do.
And too, it's so much other stuff that they could be doing out there.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, it sounds corny, you know, but it is what it is. The children are our future. Like, we're not in this to get successful so we can have all this money and go buy Gucci and Prada. Like, we're in this for God so that we can pass this down to these generations so that we can create our future. Like, I don't know.
People think I'm weird when I say I didn't go into business to get rich.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, they tell me all the time
I didn't. And my prices is because I was a single mother. I had to rob Peter to pay Paul
Right.
so my
Right.
kids can look good.
And what's some people's definition of rich? Like, you know, some homeless people feel like they're rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what's your definition of rich?
And I don't feel like just because you got on designer stuff, you're rich.
Don't mean that my bank account.
Because your purse could only have a quarter in it, and you probably got on
Your purse could cost more than
$3,000 worth of
how much you
clothes.
got.
All that money is right in the outfit.
I've been there. I was parking a paid for drop top in the projects.
Right.
Come on.
We didn't know I did it. We didn't know I did
My
it.
place stayed paid for, and I'm parking in the projects.
And a low income, like you doing it, huh?
We didn't know I did it. But see, I love your transparency, and that's what it takes. So that it's gonna take us to be transparent and to tell our real
That's
stories
why
and to tell our real like. Listen, it ain't always been pretty. You know what I mean? It may look cute now, and I may make it look good, but no, it ain't always been pretty, and it still ain't always pretty. You know what I mean?
It's just what you see.
Yeah.
That's why you can't judge a book by its cover.
You never can.
It's the
And
iceberg
everybody
analogy.
has a story. Everybody has a story.
Yeah.
That's my publisher. She like everybody has a story.
Yeah. So you can't even be. It's not even good to be judgmental because you know we all go through our own.
That's one
walks
thing
and we deal with it
I
differently.
don't do. I embrace everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've been through to get to where you at.
And like the thing about it is people, you know, sometimes we can judge, but not, I mean, we're failing to realize that this ain't, you can go back to that. Like at any given time, God can sit
He can
yourself
give it to
down.
you and take it away from you,
Okay.
just like he gave it to you.
And so it's like people get, we, you know, as a people get real entitled sometimes and get the feeling like, you know, because we done got caught, made a little couple dollars or we done got a little bit of success and then we get to feeling ourselves and forget the purpose.
They forget it's 30 more
You know?
days left in the month.
Okay.
You get feeling yourself around the first, but then around the 12, you get to start questioning life and your existence.
I'm a failure.
What am I doing, Lord? The welfare check was supposed to be in now.
But you know what, too? I can say that all, and we were talking about it a little bit ago, it was just, it comes with that maturity. It's not even about age, you know, because some people are our age and they still ain't got it. They still ain't figuring it out. And I'm still figuring it out,
Some people
you know?
that's older than us that still ain't got it.
Exactly. And so it's really just, you'll never get it until you first decide to look yourself in the mirror and recognize what you don't like about yourself. Quit looking at everybody else and say, oh, she be doing this, he be doing this. Because I used to be a judgmental person, but it was because I was so
you didn't
effed
wanna
up.
look at
You know,
yourself.
I didn't want to
You
look
didn't
at.
wanna
I didn't
look
want
at
to look
yourself.
inside myself. Like
And you'd be
what?
surprised how many people want to be like you.
Right.
You didn't
Or
want to
looking
look
up
at
to you.
yourself.
Exactly.
And it took during this pandemic for me to look into myself and look into all that I done been through and all that I done overcame. And I'm like, I got a bigger purpose to be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it ain't nothing that's material. Like I got people that I have to lead by example. I
Exactly.
can't just talk it. I gotta walk it.
Exactly.
When you leave, huh?
And that's right, because
when you leave, that's you right there.
Right.
That's you. That's your bloodline. That's your
And when I hear people 20 years later speak about my mom, it's just like, wow, like I want them to be able to say that about me.
Yeah.
Like she had a heart of gold. She did this. She did. I want them to be able to say that about me.
Yeah, and I feel you. I can relate to that. I totally. I just want to make an impact in this world. Like I used to want to be famous. I used to want to be rich and famous. That was my dreams. That was my goal. God told me a long time ago that I was gonna be a voice of many nations. Now, as a kid, when you hear something like that, I didn't realize that it was God talking to me, and I didn't realize what, you know, I didn't really get it until now. But back then, I just thought, okay, I'm gonna be famous. Like that means I'm gonna be famous. You know, because He told me you're gonna go all over the world. You're gonna be a voice of nations. You're gonna affect many generations. And I didn't get it as a kid. I thought that meant I was gonna be rich and famous. So, you know, for years I went throughout this whole thing of wanting to be rich and famous and, you know, going to school for radio and TV, doing everything I wanted to do is to be this, you know, household name. And you know, it's very humbling when you realize that, no, sweetie, that's not what I told you. I didn't tell you was gonna be rich and famous.
That's who you was trying to do it your way.
Yeah, you heard what you wanted to
You
hear.
gotta submit and do it His way.
Exactly.
Because I was trying to do that. In the beginning, when I first started, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna
We
do
be
this.
having all these plans.
And then
huh?
it was like, I was like, no, you're not gonna do that.
Okay.
you
gonna
do
sit
it
yourself
this way.
You thought you was gonna do that.
You're not gonna do that. You're gonna do it this
You're
way.
right.
And I'm like, okay.
And you know what I learned too is because like when we thought we were ready, or when we thought we were gonna do it this way and that way, we really weren't ready. Like if God would have given me everything He has for me 10 years ago, I would be probably dead somewhere or strung out on drugs or whatever. Like we just don't know. You know what I mean? I wasn't ready for what He has in store for me.
You gotta go through it to speak on it.
That's right.
You definitely do.
You have to go through it to speak on it. And like even in my book, it just now literally hit me that you're a domestic violence survivor.
Okay.
And you got a book.
In my book, when I was writing it, it still hadn't hit me.
Yeah, you were just telling your story.
I'm just telling my story until I had a person inbox me and was like, I'm so thankful that you told your story. She was like, you really are a survivor. And I'm
That's
like,
powerful.
I don't look at myself like a survivor.
That's
like
powerful.
I was just getting into it with the dudes I was with. Like, you know, we were just fighting. It wasn't. I wasn't until until I really had to sit down because I had a cousin who was murdered by her husband. I had a cousin who murdered his wife, and it was like,
Jesus,
that could have been me.
Okay.
And I'm still here to tell my story. So you're right. I got a burn mark that I wear. But I am a survivor.
You kind of broke a little curse that was keeping you on.
Exactly.
You broke something.
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
You shook things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you know, you got to go through what you go through to tell it. To help somebody else.
Absolutely. But that's why, even just going back to what we said a minute ago about being judgmental and about you can't get to that place and then forget who you used to be. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I'm this person that does always say nobody's gonna hold up who I used to be in my face, but at the same time, I don't forget who I used to be. Why? Because there's a million girls out there.
I'm not gonna
just
let nobody
like me.
hold me in that.
Exactly.
But I carry that. Because that is what made me who I am, and it's making me further.
Exactly. And there's a whole generation of young women who are now going through, who are now in that place that I was at, and they need someone to come get them out of that and to show them that they can get out of that. You don't have to stay there. I don't care how many men you slept with. You are not a whore. You are a woman, a queen, and you could turn around and be something. You know what I mean? Like you're not what everybody says you are. You're who God told you you are. You're who God put you here to be. But it's up to you to look into the mirror.
Too many people care about what the other person has to think or say about them. I don't live that way anymore. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you feel.
Can you imagine trying to do everything everybody trying to tell you to do?
I don't live for you.
Well, he told me to do it this way, and they told me to do it that.
But you know, I can't imagine because I've been there. I have been that person.
We've all been there.
I've been that person.
Just think, back in the day when we used to go, oh, I ain't wearing this. Do this look right? Should I put this on? What?
Nah, you know what I mean? Give me 2 socks out the basket and a shirt. I'm going to stuff. For real, like, I don't care at all, bro.
And that's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, that's why we all do have a purpose in life. God put us here for a specific purpose, and that's one, to spread His word all over this world. But for 2, on top of spreading His word, we all have a gift that was given to us to be able to bring others out of their dark place too. Like, so we go through these dark moments, we go through these struggles in these situations so that we can overcome them through faith and through work, and then we can show others, this is where I used to be, this is what I had to go through to get through it, and this is where I ended up.
This is where I ended up.
And it ain't nothing but the grace of God.
And how did it make you feel when that one person called and told you how much your book meant to him?
Literally, I was in tears, like, cause I'm just telling my story. But when I look back on my life and I look back at everything that I've been through, it's like, it's only God.
Like even
only God.
We get emails and the way some people talk to us, we be like, wow, these people think we larger than life. And it's not that we might not be larger than life. We don't see how big that we are.
We don't see ourselves that way. You know, we just here doing, doing what we love to do.
Doing what you love to do.
But to some people, we the holy grail of media right now. And it tells in the email, like, yeah, that is me, yeah. Come get on Clyde's show.
Sometimes you gotta be like, I did do that. I did do that. You gotta pat your own self on the back.
Because ain't nobody else gonna do it. You wait for another mother to pat your back. You be waiting. You be like,
okay,
my back right here.
Okay. Yeah, that's life. I was having a conversation with an old friend of mine the other day, and they were like, Yeah, so you know, I've been watching your show, and you know, it's really great. You know, like every time I tune in, I can tell that you guys have improved, is what they said. Like, I remember when I first started watching. And
I
then,
remember
like,
when I first came. That's why I told her, I was like, wait, I don't know where it's at. When I first came,
it was down
the hall, and it wasn't a door. It was the curtain.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
So I was like, wait a minute. I don't know if I'm in the right place. Let me
I forgot about the curtain. Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. We had a door, but we just used to always have it open, and we always had the curtain right there. But yes, it was a curtain there.
It was hot in there. It was because it was so small.
So we didn't have windows.
It's a trial and error. You
Yeah.
learn as you go. Like that's why I do pop-ups, because I learn something from everybody.
Right.
I take something from everybody. Like, oh yeah, you see her bag? Where you get your bag from? I'm one of them people. I'm never gonna not give you my information. I have people inbox me. You got little girls vendors? Yeah. Because what's for me is for me.
Right.
So me giving you my vendor ain't gonna stop my sales.
Right. Yep.
I hear that a lot in my field. Like, why do you tell people what you do? Why do you tell people what kind of machines you use? And because I'm like,
that would have been like us telling you.
My people ain't going nowhere.
Right. There.
It's okay.
That would have been like us telling you stand out there while we do the interview, because we do graphic design and stuff too. So we're not gonna let you come on and say what you do.
Yeah, I done had people in my pop-up that sell little girls' clothes too. And I'm like, oh, I don't got it, but you can check over there. They might have it. And I'm one of the ones that, after watching Jason, Witness Riches, he inspired me.
Man.
He bought something from everybody.
That day,
everybody at the pop-up.
The pop-up, the first one we did.
The first one. He bought something from everybody.
Yeah.
And every time I host a pop-up, I go around and I buy something from everybody. Like, you learn something from somebody else. You bounce off people, you learn something from somebody else. That's what it's about. For all of us, bringing each other together, making money together, supporting each other. I'm real big on supporting each other.
Yes.
Like, you know, I got this event. I need you. Can you come do this event for me?
And it ain't no competition either. I mean, you know.
Everybody eats. Everybody eats.
Exactly.
So don't be going if you ain't got it. Don't be trying to go to the pop-up shop and buy from everybody if you ain't got it.
We're not telling you to go broke now.
You ain't got it. Don't do it.
You can bottom out the people. Bottom out the people still enough.
Don't go broke. Try to prove
yourself. Okay, Jason and Eunique, they done set the bar high. I'm letting all you business owners know. The only reason I haven't bought some from every one of y'all is because I ain't got it like that yet, okay? But as soon as I do, as soon as Jason helps me get my witness riches together, I got y'all.
And too, like, when I did that, it was the money I made.
See?
So I poured it back
into the community.
I poured it back into them.
Yep. I love it. That's what it's about.
But you know, people hear your story and they instantly try to jump out the window. I'm going to the pop shop and buy something from everybody. Just like everyone. I'm not going to do it. That's a goal.
Listen, I might not have it. I might not have it. Just so happened the ones that I hosted, I was able to do that.
Right.
Exactly.
But I feel like this. If you support one person, you're doing a lot.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
If you sell one item, you're doing a lot.
Exactly.
So I always, when I host pop-ups, I'm real big on prayer. I go to the site beforehand. I pray at the site a couple times beforehand. And inside of our groups, I'm sending prayers out, encouragement. I do all of that.
Right.
And I even be like in the groups with all the vendors and stuff, like they even be like that.
Yeah,
like it's so empowering in the groups. They be like, you know, even when they, like a lady canceled the last pop-up we had, and she still was in the group, like, I hope everybody sells out, like, good luck to everybody.
I didn't even have people that's connected to me that I didn't even know that then went to the sites and prayed beforehand.
Yeah.
So like I'm like it's all about everybody coming together and
creating a positive energy. It's the energy that you create, because the energy we learned Friday that the energy is real.
The energy is definitely real, because I done been in a pop-up that I'm like,
these was negative and positive energy is definitely real.
I'm ready to pack up.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
yes,
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pack up. I'm ready to go.
I
don't like it around here. The
energy don't be
right.
The
energy was off. I was
and
like,
some stuff just don't be for you. Everybody else might have been cool, or some people could have been feeling like you, or some people could have been cool, but some stuff just ain't for you.
I'm
your
real
body will
big
let you know.
on, if you host it, embrace me.
Yeah.
I spent to participate in this for you.
That's right.
So embrace me. At least say, hey, how you doing? Oh, here go your table right here. I would have went to a pop-up. Nope. Where I'm supposed to go? Where the people that's hosting?
Over there.
Like, where you at?
Yeah.
Where I'm supposed to do? Like,
Yeah.
they ain't nowhere to be found. And
Yeah.
I'm packing up.
Yeah.
I'll take that loss for that little money. Because I'd rather have you embrace me. Oh, thank you. Because I embrace everybody. Oh, you right here.
Right.
Here you go. Do you need anything?
And a smile and kindness go so far. Like, I don't know. Never mind, I ain't gonna speak on that, but I'm gonna just say kindness and a smile go so far. Like, you know, that's it. Like, I don't know. I don't be understanding certain people sometimes, you know, but for me, all I can do, like I said, what we said earlier, I can't even worry about that. What I had to start telling myself was, Leah, can't worry about them. You you continue to be who you are, you continue to smile, you continue to put out that energy, and then all that negativity, and it slowly just vanishes out the way, and then
dissipate.
Yeah, I used to let
play.
that bother me so much, especially working in the healthcare field. You speak to doctors and stuff, and they just keep on walking like, oh, you just heard me say good morning. Like, you ain't gonna say good morning
Like
back.
walking in somebody's house
And it used to bother me. But now I just be like, you know what? You have a good day.
Yep.
I just hit it with the okay. But I alleviate myself in situations like that when I'm feeling negative, when I'm not feeling positive. I don't want to go around other people because I don't want to disturb their atmosphere.
I'm the same way. I isolate myself. When I go into my modes of depression and sadness, that's gonna be like when people don't hear from me. That's where I'm at. Like I don't want to come to you with all of this. It's too much. I'm gonna just go in my prayer closet.
Right.
I'm gonna cry it out. Then I'm gonna talk to God.
That's the only one who gonna help you.
Period.
Anyway.
So like I got tired of, and I did it for the longest, just running to everybody else for the advice, and then you get all this negative energy, and then you're wondering why you even more, questionable,
or allowing them to dump
dictate.
on you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where the negativity comes.
Sometimes you gotta say, "I love you." You gotta figure this out.
Everybody can't say that. Everybody want to try to tell you what to do. That's why I can't talk to everybody. I just have to go be by myself because some people's advice I don't want to hear.
Yeah, and I for me, I've even had, relationships strained because I've had to tell my people, like, listen, I don't want to hear about that no more. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of hearing the same.
Especially if you ain't doing nothing to change it.
You ain't doing nothing to change it. I'm tired of hearing it. I don't want to hear it. You don't want my advice.
Absolutely.
I don't even want to hear about it. I'm sorry. I love you.
Right. Because if you're a person like me, I take it on.
I take it on, and I'm going through your shit with you. Right. And that's why I'm not even with nobody, because I don't want to go through that.
That's why I don't.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm single.
That's why you can't give everybody a thing, because they'll get into it with you. And sometimes the purpose of you talking is just to get it up out your system. It's not even for a response or rebuttal or nothing from nobody. I just need to get this up out of my mind. I need to quit having it on my mental.
Yeah.
So if I talk and get it out, it ain't in here dwelling no more.
Yeah, and I can dig that too.
If you put it out there, you don't want the wrong person to catch it.
That's what therapy is for.
Right. Yeah, and that's what God is for too. So that's why I tell somebody, like, listen, don't bring that to me. Take it to God. Because I done gave you my advice. I gave you my advice 5 years ago.
If I'm not talking to my husband, I'm going to God.
Period.
I used to be like, you got your girlfriends. Oh, this is going. I don't do none of that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing. I keep a lot of stuff to myself now, and I just let it be shown what I'm.
Because
let God reveal it.
A lot of love be fake, and that's negative energy right there. Like a lot of people put a stat up on Facebook trying to get some attention, and everybody. I done been in rooms. I've been in rooms with people that like somebody's stats. Like, oh, I wish this bitch could put this up here. Like, that's negative energy. Like, for real.
Yes.
People think
or you get people that call you. You might post something on Facebook, and then you got people calling you, and what this older person told me is fishing for information. They ain't really concerned about what you got going on.
Not at all. They just want to know the business.
Some people put them leading posts like, oh, why did this have to happen to me? And you're like, what? Bitch, what? What I'm saying, like, it's deadly and tricky, man. And then you get people, like I said, you get people that like your post, and they don't even like it, hoping that you will stop posting it.
I don't even like social media.
It's crazy.
I'm to the point where I don't even like Facebook, but I have it for my business, and I have it for my family who's out of town. This is the way to connect to each other. But when I first started, I was one of them ones. Everything was on Facebook. Everything I did was on Facebook. I put it on Facebook. And then my husband used to always be like, "Stop putting everything on Facebook."
Yeah.
And I used to be like, "What's Facebook? Who
Right,
cares?"
right.
Now I'm at the point where I'm like,
Like,
I'm 43. I need my privacy.
Yes, you start to appreciate and want your privacy more, you know. And I don't know, it's just like too, like when you start doing something positive, you know, a lot of people will say, and I've said it before too. Because this used to be my initial thought, like, oh, you know, now that I'm doing something positive, it's only this amount of people liking it. No, you know, when I was putting, you know, had a post with my butt out, you know, it's 400 something likes, but I post a picture of me, you know, reading to the kids or going, you know, to do this fundraiser, this you know, food giveaway. I got 23 likes. Now I look at it and I'm like, I'm happy that I can individually see the people who are truly supporting me and following me, because those 23 people, these 8 people on this live, these 10 people that show, this one person, when we were at the event, at the Books in the Streets event this past weekend, this woman came up, she had her dog with her, and she was walking and she was like, as soon as she like cleared around this building and saw me sitting over there at the table, she was like, "There you are," and I'm like, you know, and she's like, "I saw you on your live, and that's why I came here."
She said that's the only reason she came.
And do you know what that did for my soul? Like that one person, and then it wasn't even that one person, because another woman, Cheryl, who's one of our loyal listeners, the social butterfly, you know, I mean, when people come because they say they've seen my live, they've seen me post about, that means everything in the world to me. And I don't care if it's one person. If it's only one person that I can impact or affect, then I've done my job for that day.
Exactly.
And that's it. So now I can look in these beginning stages of my branding and my life and see who's really there, who's really supporting me, who's really caring.
If you was posting, I learned this during my transferring over. When I was posting drama and BS, I had so many people on my posts. They got an opinion. But now when I'm speaking on the Lord and what the Lord did for me and where He done brought me to and where He done brought me from,
that's not interesting enough.
The likes go down. The loves go down. The comments go down. I mean, I done had comments where
they loved us when we were a train wreck, right? They love you when you're a train wreck. They want you a train wreck. But see, when
you turn your mess to a message,
what happens is you become a reflection. You become a reflection of what they are not, and that's the problem. See, when you become a reflection and people have to look and see like what they are not, and especially when they haven't figured out how to become, that's where haters are. You know what I'm saying?
You have to give them the green light. Like plenty of people tell me like, I can get off the shoulder down, go in the hood, hang out. Hey man, you should do this on the show. You know what? Come on, I'll let Jesse get you to see you can do it.
Right.
Oh no, I'm cool. I want to do it. What the hell? Come telling me what to do.
Right. You got all these suggestions.
Right.
Come on, come join us. Come join us.
We invite everybody here.
Come on.
Nobody want to come.
Come guest host.
Yeah.
No, because nobody want to see. Nobody wants to. We did an exercise in our women's prayer group where you have to look at yourself in the mirror. Stare for 5 minutes at yourself in the mirror.
People can't do that.
Do you know how much what that do to you?
People can't do that.
You gotta love yourself to be able to do that.
Do you know what that do to you? Like you literally internalize. Like you literally start. Picking yourself apart. Like nobody wanted to sit and do that.
That's crazy.
That's a great exercise though, like, because it is. I personally have looked in the mirror to see how long I can look myself in the mirror, and it's never long. It's about 15 seconds maybe at best.
Because when you're looking at yourself, you start seeing your inner self.
No, I don't. Like,
I'm in the camera right now.
Nobody wants to see their inner self.
I glance. I'm not going to say that I don't look at myself in the mirror. Of course, I glance in the mirror every now and then. But I'm talking about really look yourself in the mirror.
And look at yourself in the mirror. You start
I can't do it for too long.
I can't do it for too long. Your inner you.
You pick yourself apart.
Yeah, and we had to write it down.
Yeah.
You know how that was? Like looking at you gotta work, sis.
Yeah, you got some work to do, sis. And as I've evolved and as I'm doing that work now, I notice I can look myself in the mirror a little bit longer each time. You know what I'm saying? Because as you evolve and as you begin to improve yourself and become
be transparent,
there you are,
start being transparent
and hold yourself accountable.
I'm never ashamed of my story. I will tell my story to any and everybody. I'm never ashamed because it brought me to where I am now. So I'm never ashamed of my story, and I'm still a work in progress.
Yes,
it's a story worse than yours.
Still in progress. Trust me, I still fall. I still see people, and I be like, Like, man, yeah, let me go pray about you again, because I still feel this. I still feel this tension towards you. So let me go over here and let me pray about this some more, because I ain't over this yet.
You ever talking to somebody? You ever thought your day was bad? You been talking to somebody like, shit, they going through shit.
Okay.
My shit like Kool-Aid.
Right.
For real.
Right. I tell my kids that all the time. Like, it could be worse. It could be
it
could be a whole lot worse.
I'm like, my kids get mad for eating some noodles. I'm like, imagine not having no food for real though.
Yeah.
At least you got some noodles.
Yeah.
I remember opening the refrigerator, it was just some butter in that bitch.
Yeah, no, I think of moments, you know, there's times where I definitely, you know, I can even be driving down the street, woe is me, whatever, you know, having a moment, and then I might see a woman sitting at a bus stop with her kids, and I'm like, girl, how dare you? How dare you? You know what I mean? One thing I can say is the only time I ever had to sit at a bus stop was when I was out in Cali, you know, doing my thing out there. But as far as being here with my kid, with my children, I've never had to take my kids to get on a bus. And I'm not saying this in a bad way or like it's bad that anybody's doing that. I'm just saying I've always been blessed enough to where I was provided for. I didn't, you know what I mean? So it's never really been that bad. Like I had to tell myself, like, girl, you done been through some things, but 90% of the things you've been through, you took yourself through. One, okay?
Exactly.
And second, when you did go through those things, I always had at least my mom. If it wasn't nobody else, my mom has always been there to be a cushion for me. Always.
Some people don't have
some people don't have that.
And imagine,
or they might have a mom and the mom ain't the cushion.
Or the mom is the problem.
Yes.
So
or the dad is the problem.
So I've been blessed, you know, and we forget that. We take the small things for granted. You know, even shout out to my girl, Nikki King. She has a lot of health issues that she deals with on a daily, and she's such a positive person. Like when I heard her story, when I really learned some of the things she's been through and that she's dealing with still even today with her health, I'm like, girl, I would have never known. Like, she's so positive, always has a positive message, always trying to help people.
And I just saw a post recently, and I was
like,
wow, I didn't know she did that.
If that were me, I'd probably be somewhere so angry and mad and miserable, you know what I mean? But she's so happy and just joyful and whatever. And when I listen to health issues and here I am completely healthy, I'm like, girl, how dare you? Like, we take the smallest things for granted.
Takes me back to my mother, because I watched my mother fight. I watched my mother fight from walking with a cane to a crutch to a walker to wheelchair to paralyzed bed bound, and me taking care of her. She having my sister when I'm 12 years old, and I'm taking care of her, cleaning trachs and stuff at 12 and 13.
Oh my God.
And my mother never once would ask people to help her. She always fought to push through. And I used to, like, when I get down, I'll be like, man, how dare you?
Yeah.
And your mom fought to brush her teeth. Like, come on, man.
Simple things.
Get up.
I'll be like, man, you got the blood of a fighter in you. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
It's true.
I tell my kids the same thing. Like, you don't know what blood you got in you? Like, yeah, we got the blood of a fighter in us. Let's go.
That could have been your mom's whole purpose on life, for you to relive that message every day. You got the blood
I
of a fighter.
had my daughter because of my mother.
See?
My mother said I want to be alive to see my first granddaughter. And to this day,
to be here.
To this day,
that's
my daughter
amazing.
is 23 years old. She can tell you everything about my mother. One of the reasons why I make it a point to be in her life every day. Because I know we all on borrowed time. We all got to go. But I want this one. My granny was there. I did this one, my granny. I did that one, my granny. My daughter can walk past somebody and be like, that's the perfume my granny used to wear.
Right.
20 years later.
Right.
No, I want that same impact. I want that same impact on mine.
What's the perfume of White Diamonds? Because I seem to get that too.
My granny.
My aunt used to wear that. You know, Liz Taylor came out White Diamonds, all the women had.
Or exclamation.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I think it was exclamation.
That was what my granny, my dad's mom used to wear.
When you went to church, you smelled them every Sunday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, like, it's people that's way worse than what we done been through.
Right.
So it's a blessing for everything that we got. We done had, we done been through. My kids, you ain't seen no struggle for real.
Right.
I can't even say I seen a real struggle.
Right. They made a meme. It was like, what projects you lived in or something. I'm like,
I didn't know nothing about the project till I got old.
Yeah, I mean, and I can say that too. Like I did come from a single parent home, but my mother was a RN. She was a nurse, and she put herself through nursing school. I can remember up until about age 7, 8, we never saw our mom because she was always at school and working. And we actually lived in Adrian, where I was born and raised for the first little portion of my life. her and my Aunt Emma were like how me and my sister are now. You know, my Aunt Emma worked for GM. She had 3 daughters. My mom was in nursing school and worked up in Toledo and had 3 daughters. And we all used to just be at the house by ourselves. You know, the older girls were like 10 years older than me and my sister, so we used to always just be at the house by ourselves.
You better be good.
And they were always gone working. I never saw my mom, and it wasn't until she graduated nursing school and moved us to Toledo and started working and getting in the groove, you know, that we were up here. But we went through, you know, we saw her go through that. Like, we saw her fight through that, and they had to put themselves through school. They had to get through, you know, everything they went through. So it's like the same thing. Like, you watch your parents, you watch your mother. We as women watched our mothers fight and struggle and go through
and
that.
I didn't realize it then. I never realized the fight that my mother went through until I got older. Like,
you never do.
Man, my mom was strong as I don't know what. Like, she not only did she raise me and my sister from a bed, but she raised my 3-year-old from a bed. My mother told me, I want to be alive to see my first grandchild. Live your life, you young. I had my daughter when I was 19. My mother literally raised my daughter from a bed for her first 3 years of her life. Wow. So when she passed, I had a 9-year-old sister and a 3-year daughter, and I'm 23. Like, okay, what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get to where I am. Like, okay, you got 3 girls and a grandbaby. You got to lead by example.
Yeah.
Ain't no talking about
it. It's so funny because that was the biggest thing for me. I think God given me my daughters. I always only wanted boys.
I did too.
And my first kid was a daughter, and my last kid was a daughter. But it's taken me, and it took me just now, really, because I've had my first daughter now for 15 years, but and poor baby, I feel bad. We grew up together, okay? But now having a new daughter, I'm now seeing, it's like deja vu, right? So now I see all the mistakes I made, where I went wrong with my first daughter.
Your first one is not gonna get what your last one got.
Yeah, and so it's like, but
and
see
that makes
now,
so mad.
but it's like they're what changed me. My first daughter was what made me want to start to change my life, even though, you know,
it took you some bumps.
She saved my life. I'll say that. She saved my life because I was headed down a road to nothing. And her father saved my life. And then, you know, tragedy struck and we lost her father, and I almost lost it again. You know what I mean? But by the grace of God, you know, I'm still here. And then I had my baby girl, and now it's like, I look at things and it's like,
You're a different parent.
Yeah, and besides that, I wanted to grow and become this woman that I am for them, because like you said, I can't tell them how to be if I'm portraying myself one way.
How many times
you know what I'm saying?
Did your parent tell you, don't do what I do what I say?
Right.
And you still did what they did.
Exactly. So I got to a point where it was like, I don't want, and especially when I started seeing in my
your
teenager.
Flaws in your kid, that's something totally different.
That's a whole nother animal.
That breaks you all the way down.
And I'm like,
especially
God.
when it's something that you thought wasn't really a problem for you.
Right.
Like, this ain't no big deal, but then you see your kid putting on, and you're like, this motherfucker about to get knocked
out.
Yeah. So now it's like, I want to be, you know, the change I want to see. I want my daughters to be these beautiful, classy, you know, God-fearing women. You know, I want them to grow into that. So I can't raise them into that unless I'm that, you know?
Right.
So.
And that's what it is along with my relationship. Like, my kids will tell you my husband is awesome. Like, but they seen the bad relationships also. They seen settling and stuck and being hostage in our own house and going through that. Like, we done went through therapy together with my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter seen a lot. And then you see your kids start going through that, and it's like, hold on, no.
And then you can't do nothing to stop it.
It's like, no, we gonna break this. We gonna break this.
Yeah.
No, I done been on my knees like, Lord, I can't. No, this gotta break.
Yeah.
Cause we had a generational curse. My mother had me at 19. I had my daughter at 19. I was like, I don't want my baby having no baby at 19. She had her at 21, but she was out of school on her own. Okay, I can go for that. When I start seeing them curses, nope, I'm breaking this.
Yeah.
No, this got to come up off of us.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's been a great show. I mean, we've covered some really deep topics here. We've been talking about some things. I really hope you guys have enjoyed the conversation.
Some places I didn't think we was gonna go today.
Yeah.
We talking about Lil Divas.
Yes. Well, yes. Speaking of Lil Divas, let the people know one more time where they can find you guys on social media.
We're
and
on
Woo Graphics.
Facebook. We're on Instagram. And we're on Snapchat.
At Little Divas Boutique. And where can they find you for Woo Graphics?
Facebook and Instagram, both Woo Graphics.
That's WOOT, Woo Graphics.
With an X.
With an X.
Oh, I thought that was a T.
Nope, it's an X.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the Woo. Okay, good. Graphics with the X, Woo with a T. Woo Graphics. I like that. All right. Well, we appreciate you ladies for stopping through. This has been a great show. Shae, she would normally give an affirmation, but she's not here today, so I'm going to give us a little bit of some inspiration. I'm not going to call it affirmation, but because that's her thing. But I'm going to give us something inspiring to think about as we go forward. And this was written by Booker T. Washington. Where did it go? Okay, yes. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. And I thought that was perfect for what we were talking about, because it's not about where you've been or what you've gone through. It's about where you're going. Exactly. And you have to just learn how to take what you've been through in life and use that as ammunition to become
and
the
who
force.
You help along the way.
Right.
Absolutely. So we hope you guys have enjoyed this show. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Shout out to our sponsors, Hotbox, Mud City ENT, Essential Vibes, Land Self, the people salesman.
I'm trying to get my Shae.
I'm sorry, Land Self, the people salesman, Jay Rush Jennings, Sasha Denise, Witness Riches, the Social Butterfly, Kendall Harvey, and the Hype Organization.
All right.
And if you would like to become a sponsor of the #1 voted podcast, send your info to Rise and Grind at the419grind.com, and you can become a sponsor of our show.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back tomorrow with another great show. We got Pretty Me Boutique coming in tomorrow. So make sure you guys keep it locked right here with everything we're doing, and we will see you tomorrow. Clyde, come on. Like me and Shae always say.
Okay.
Until next time. You got until next time.
You're serious.
Yes.